there they are. Green ones with clan stars on them. Ha! Stars!
Well, it's a Griffin. You wouldn't be piloting a Griffin if you were a clan.
No. Well, you never know, you might have pinched it from somewhere.
I don't think so. It could be a bondsman.
Yeah. Bondsman would normally be it.
The bondsman for his trial of, what's it called?
It's just,
To become a proper clanner. Trial of Ascension. I think it's Trial of Ascension.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, right.
That works.
Let's just kick off.
Sure.
We both roll a d6. The one that gets a high roll is the attacker.
Okay. I'm on a 2.
And I'm on the 4.
So you're attacking?
You get the Griffin.
Okay.
And I get the Wolverine. Whoops. Oh, wait.
So I got the Griffin. Oh, yeah, cool.
So I'm... we're both at 55 tons, so it's good. Just checking.
Weight is not a problem.
Right, lay out the map sheet. Defender selects the Griffin. Use you get the
Griffin card?
Griffin card.
Alex, you can use that robot.
Yeah. Super crab.
Right, deployment. Defending player sets up first, placing their mech anywhere within 3 hexes of the south edge of the map sheet, which is the short end, and that's this side. So we'll just turn it round.
Cool. So I've got
Three hexes within the southern edge of the map. Right. Selects the Wolverine and places it their mech on any of the hexes along the north edge of the map sheet. So I'm gonna set up here because I want some cover as well.
I'm thinking.
Legolas.
Oh, it's what's it called? The behemoth.
Yeah.
There are mechs that size actually.
Yeah, it's
Only
terrifying.
like 6 of them in the entire hemisphere.
Lego bricks.
Right. Victory conditions. The victory belongs to the first side to destroy the enemy mech. If a mech exits the map for any reason, it is considered destroyed. In this instance, unless the opponent's mech is destroyed in the same turn, the opponent will automatically win. Now play your first game.
Oh god. Hang on, I know what I will do. So we're not marking up your stuff.
That's basically it. There's variations which we won't be playing on.
That's fine.
So I'll go back to the first page. Sequence of play. Initiative phase, movement phase, weapon attack.
Okay.
Initiative phase. One player from each side rolls 2d6 to determine their side's initiative. The side with the higher result has 1 initiative throughout the turn. Reroll all turns. All ties, sorry.
Cool. 6.
And I'm on a 9.
9.
I've got higher initiative. Initiative 9. Movement phase. The side that lost initiative moves their mech first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course. It's always better to wait. It's always better to wait.
Yeah. The initiative, because the initiative
The
player
side that
always
won-
goes second.
The side that won the initiative moves their mech second. Each time a player must move a mech. Mech the move cannot be not a move at all. You must move a mech. Each time a player must move a mech. The move cannot be to move at all. To not move at all. Sorry.
So you have to move.
Um,
What about facing? Because that's how about
we'll come to that in movement. That's the movement phase. The weapon attack phase. The side that lost the initiative declares any attacks the mech will make, specifying which weapon will be fired at which target. The side that won initiative then does the same. Each time a player must declare an attack. The declaration cannot be not to fire any weapons. This is the basic rules. That's why.
Yeah. You have to do something.
Resolving weapon fire. Determining damage. I'll read all that when we get there.
Okay.
End of game. Movement phase. During the movement phase of each turn, players must choose one movement mode for each mech they control. Standing still, walking, running, or jumping. Movement modes. At the beginning of each mech's movement, a player must select one and only one of the following movement modes. Standing still. If the player declares that the mech will stand still, the mech stays in the hex in which it started the turn. It can extend no MP movement points during that turn and cannot move or change facing. Standing still provides no penalty to the mech's own weapons fire, nor that of any other mechs which attack it. Walking. If the player declares that a mech will walk, it may expend a number of movement points up to its walking movement point rating. All walking mechs suffer a +1 target number modifier when making attacks.
It's harder to
A
hit.
walking mech may also be harder to hit. These combat effects appear on attack modifier table found on page 7, blah blah, under firing weapons. Running. A mech can move farther in a turn when running than walking. However, a mech cannot move backward while running. If the player declares that the mech will run, it may expend movement points, as in the movement point rating. A running mech suffers a +2 target number modifier when attacking, but its speed makes it harder to hit. These combat effects appear on attack modifier tables found. Jumping. A mech which possesses jump jets movement points may select the movement mode and expend up to the movement point on the jumping blah blah. A jumping mech suffers a +3 target number modifier when attacking, but may be harder to hit. Again, attack modifier table. Jumping features numerous exceptions to the basic movement rules. See jumping movement at the right. You're the Griffin, so you do have jump jets.
No, I do. Jumping 5.
Griffin always has jump jets.
Yeah.
I'll quickly go to the page 9 to check what, just so that you know what you're doing. See what jumping can do. Jumping movement. Jumping features numerous exceptions to the movement rules. A jumping mech can move 1 hex for each available jump point. A jumping mech ignores terrain and the presence of other mechs in hexes that it jumps through. However, it cannot land in a hex containing another mech. A jumping mech also ignores facing. It can jump in any direction regardless of its initial facing and choose any facing desired upon landing. So there's no death from above in these rules yet, right?
Start at least, yeah. It probably is in one of the bolt-ons.
So again, we're in the movement phase. The side that lost the initiative moves their mech first.
Okay.
So you have these 4 options,
I can
and you
walk,
can
run, jump, or stay
stand.
still.
Exactly.
Do you know what I think I'm just gonna? I'm going to jump.
Yes.
I'm going to use my jump
I
ability.
don't think there's heat in this
version,
in this
so
version as well because it's not explained anywhere.
Okay. So you don't need to go with that. So I'm going to jump. I'm going to use my max to push myself right. So I was going to say, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, I believe.
Yep.
Cool. So he goes to there. So he jumps and lands and maintains his forward facing.
Okay.
Cool. So that's
my movement.
I believe. That's my
I'm
movement.
going to
It's yours.
walk. I'm going to walk 5. There are no terrain modifiers, so hang on.
I'm going to assume it probably does slow you down somehow.
I'm going to... All hexes cost at least 1 movement point. However, terrain often raises this movement cost, as shown in the movement cost tables, page 4. For example, entering a heavy wood hex costs us 3 movement points. The base 1 movement point for entering any hex, the distance travelled, and the 2 more that the heavy woods
Okay, so
give it.
heavy will cost you
So
3 in total.
go to the modifiers. Here we go. Clear, 0. Light woods +1. Heavy woods +2.
Okay.
Additional movement actions, facing change is 1 hex. So if you're changing your facing, you can do that as well. It's 1 hex. It counts as 1 hex.
So it's 1 movement point to change your facing.
Yeah.
Per hex. Okay. So you could do, for example, you could just spin right round, but that would cost you 5 points or whatever. Or spin around. Okay.
So basically, that is 1 hex.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's cool.
If I'd have known that, I would have put him that way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
Without
It's got to work with it.
I know you're more mobile than me, so it doesn't matter. I've got 5 movement points, so it's 3, and then another 2 to
4,
move into
5.
the light,
Yeah.
and then
That's
I'm
your
done.
complete.
Complete movement done.
So sidestepped.
Hang on.
No, because you turn.
Exactly, I turned. So
it's
basically,
1,
I'll
2,
do it that
3,
way. 4.
4, 5 would
I
put you
can-
in the. Yeah, you'd be in there, I think.
No, I can't move into the light because what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4, 5, yeah, that works.
Okay, doesn't matter. Everything's cool. We're gonna move.
Okay, so that's movement done.
That's movement done.
So I believe it should be. I believe
Weapon
it's
attack.
shooting.
Weapon attack phase. The side that lost the initiative declares any attacks that the mech will make, specifying which weapons will be fired at which target.
Right. This is where I suppose the whole thing of line of sight. Granted, you are usually taught you're going to be taller than the trees that are around you.
We'll check in a minute. So combat. Line of sight. attack declarations are like in every game.
Yep.
In order to attack a target, a clear line of sight must exist between the target and the attacker. A straight line running through the center of the attacking mech's hex to the center of the target's mech's hex defines line of sight between two mechs. Any hexes this line passes through lie along line of sight. Even the line barely crosses even if the line barely crosses a hex. If the line of sight passes exactly between two hexes, the player controlling the targeted mech decides which of the two hexes lies along line of sight. So if your line of sight like ends here on this line, I can say your line of sight's on that because I'm an arse.
You're going to try and benefit yourself.
The chosen hex is used for line of sight to all attacks between those with two mechs, blah blah. The hex containing the attacking and target mechs are not considered when determining line of sight. Yeah. Intervening terrain. Terrain along line of sight. Attacker target is called intervening terrain. This does not include hexes occupied by the attacker and the target. So my hex doesn't count and your hex doesn't count, but everything in between counts.
Okay.
Woods. 3 or more points of intervening woods block line of sight. Light woods are worth 1 point and heavy woods are worth 2 points.
So they do block line of sight then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
looking at that,
if you're taking this,
use a tape measure.
I've completely, because I've got the light woods here and the light woods here.
Yeah, and it does go.
And it probably does go through the third line. Well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Hang on, from centre to centre.
You know what I need? I need my Flames of War.
You need a laser
liner that I have.
I think Dave, do you have what? Do you have what? Because you have.
I don't know if it's working. That's the problem.
Because I know mine doesn't. I think it's not even, the batteries are good in it. It's just it doesn't like working.
I can't. I'm not even. Everything's open everywhere.
Because working from centre to centre, so head to head. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to. I'm tempted to say that is.
Hang on, 2 seconds. What we'll do, we'll just pull the entire thing across here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll shuffle up. Yeah.
I can have a look. So basically, it's touching that one. So it's that, and that's blocking line of sight. So you have line of sight on me.
Cool. Adjustments.
Weapon attacks.
Okay, so I can shoot you with.
There's a big box here which explains again how line of sight actually works, but I'm not going to read it.
Okay.
Because I understood that now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only if it's.
During the weapons attack phase, players use their mechs as armaments to attempt to inflict damage. The rough order of such actions is as follows. An attacking mech fires a weapon at an enemy target. If the weapon hits, it inflicts a certain amount of damage. The attacker rolls to hit locations. The target player makes marks off in the location's number. Yeah, that's the blah 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 here.
Yep. So I've got my little notepad. We don't want to mess with your data cards because it does make sense.
The location is destroyed and damage from that attacking weapon remains. That damage is transferred to the next location inward.
Yep.
This procedure repeats until all weapons fire is resolved. Players fire each weapon on a mech individually. Each weapon may be fired only once per turn and only gets 1 to-hit roll per turn. Ammunition expenditure. If a weapon uses ammunition, your LRMs for example, noted on the record sheet, the player marks off 1 shot of ammunition in the mech data sheet section, the appropriate record sheet, and then they announce an attack with that weapon. When a weapon is out of ammunition, it can no longer be fired.
So I've got 12 rounds in my LRM, and I think you've probably got the same amount in yours.
I've got 20 rounds of AC5 and 15 rounds of SRM6.
Ah, you've got SRMs. Okay. You've got an AC5. I am very much the long range. You're
the mobile one. You have to play on your mobility for that mech. I actually quite like the Griffin.
You've got to keep
jumping,
bounce in and out of combat.
Exactly.
Bounce in, bounce out.
And the heat management on the Griffin is very good. Okay. If a weapon uses ammunition noted, we've had that. Firing arcs. If an attacking mech has line of sight to the intended target, the attacking player then checks if it's in the firing arc of his mech's weapons. To see which weapons can hit the target as shown on the firing arc diagram below here, basically 90 degrees. Well, 90 degrees. Note that the firing arc extends from the firing mech to the edge of the playing area, all the way. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's basically outside.
The maximum ranges of each mech's weapons appear on the record sheet. Firing a weapon. Players use their mech armaments to attempt to inflict damage on targets. Each weapon is always fired individually. Making the attack. When making the attack, use the Gator sidebar below the create to create a final target number. Then roll 2d6 to see if the attack hits the target. If the result is equal to or greater than the modified target number, the attack hits. If the modified target number is greater than 12, the shot automatically misses. Rolling a 12 does not result in an automatic hit. If a player determines that their mech declared attack will automatically miss, they can choose not to make the attack, though another target may not become chosen in its place.
So it's what? Yeah. Okay.
If a player determines that their mech's declared attack will automatically miss, so you declare an attack with a weapon and say, "I'm going to miss that," it automatically misses.
But you don't.
You don't have to make the attack.
You can make it. Yeah, because you end up with what's my modifier? Oh, I can't actually make that attack. Bin it. But that's it.
You make then the attacker chooses the order in which they make attack rolls for all their mech's declared attacks. The order can change from turn to turn.
Okay, so we declare our attacks and then we resolve them.
Yeah. So, Gator, right? The G, gunnery skill.
Yeah.
Base target number for a weapon attack is the pilot's gunnery skill. For these quick start rules, unless specifically stated otherwise, the base target number is 4. It's already printed on each record sheet.
That's what I've got here.
Target number modifiers. These target numbers may be modified by several factors, including movement. Yeah, got that.
Yeah.
A. Movement modifier. The attacker's target number is modified by their own movement using values in the attack modifier tables. The attacker's movement modifier is based on the movement mode. Got it? Then target movement, other modifiers, and range modifiers. That's Gator.
Mm-hmm.
So where is there's the modifiers.
Okay. So
Right.
I will. I suppose the thing is I will make an attack because we might as well. I need to declare what will fire, which I'm going to go with I'll go with my PPC.
You can fire all weapons, and you can only depends. You have to declare all the weapons you're going to use.
I'm just going to fire with a PPC for the first round.
Okay.
I'll use the. I might do an alpha in the next one. But
Take your gunnery skill.
okay, so that's 4.
You jumped.
Yep.
Which is you take 2d6.
Yep. I'm just marking.
Yeah.
This is my modifiers.
Plus 3. So it's 4 plus 3. I moved. I moved 3 hexes, so it's plus 1. So you're on plus 4.
Okay.
And I'm in light wood per intervening hex if target is in light woods as well. So you've got 2 light woods.
Yep.
Plus the woods I'm in,
which
is another plus 3.
Okay, so
you're on plus 8, if I believe.
No, plus 7.
Plus 7, yeah.
Plus 7.
And you're on. Where's the range?
My weapon range is up to
PPC. You've got short, medium, and long range.
Short, medium, long is 18, so it might not actually reach.
I don't know how to count hexes that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
16.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yep, so I'm in range.
Example.
So 13 would be. Okay, so long range, I'm 1 out of being in medium range.
So, and long range is then another plus 4.
Okay.
So you're on 11s.
So that's my
That's your modifier.
modifiers to whatever I roll on 2d6.
2d6, and you have to. Hang on. Below. Then roll 2d6, see if the attack hits. If the result is equal or greater than the modifier, the attack hits. So you need to have an 11 or a 12.
Okay, so I need to. So that is my score to hit.
Yeah.
So it's, hang on, my gunnery skill is base of 4.
Yeah.
So hang on, I actually might need to do it. So base of 4 for gunnery.
Yeah.
Then it was.
You jumped, it's plus 3.
So that's a plus 3 for jumping.
I moved 3 hexes, which is plus 1.
It's okay.
I'm in light woods, and there's 2 intervening light woods,
Yeah.
so it's plus 3.
Plus 3 for more cover, okay.
And plus 4 because you're on long range.
And 4 because of long range, so that is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
You can't hit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I can't hit because it's
You
physically
can't hit.
impossible on
Physically
2d6.
impossible. Okay, yep.
So
You need to get closer or not move.
If
Yeah.
the modifier target number is greater than 12, the shot automatically misses.
so
So you have fired, but you
I
miss.
fired the PPC
Yeah.
to miss.
Rolling a 12 does not result in an automatic hit.
Cool, so there's no auto.
Yep, and that's that.
Cool, so bang! Or in this case,
So do I get to shoot back in this phase as well?
okay. Yeah, 'cause
See?
it's a shooting
Whether
phase.
that-
So
Yeah,
I've
then
done
it's
my-
then it's my turn. Right.
Does he have anything again?
I have the AC5.
Yeah, the AC5, because I was going to say, because your SO mine.
No, I need to
reach.
I need to read ranges. Hang on, we need to find ranges because target range modifiers. The far away a target is the high. Yeah, it's harder to hit. Total range.
I find it interesting for the fact that my weaponry is technically long range weaponry. I actually get quite nasty modifiers to it.
Yep.
Because I'd have thought it would be, say for example, you have an AC20. I would sit there and I would go, if I'm not getting plus modifiers, it's short and medium range, and long range is basically that. It almost should be a flip.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'd sort of go, yeah, because it's the weapon designed to be firing at long ranges. LRMs would not do not hit anything under a certain range. You know, you're too close, they're not going to fire. So I'm a bit. I mean, it depends what yours are, what your SRMs are, because I suppose in theory your SMs will should suffer quite badly at long range because they're not designed for
It
long
says
range.
here that's the basic rules. It
Okay,
says here
so it's generic.
there's hang on. For these quick start rules, this is the only factor to change between weapons
Okay.
Is the range. Right.
Right.
So basically,
basically-
I reckon the proper rules are the
That will have
the
a different
PPC will have a different
Okay, we'll have different modifiers. So your modifiers are the same as mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just trying to figure out how hexes are counted. Okay.
Let's have a look. You might have. What we do shortest route,
Yeah.
And then you count the
the number.
the number of hexes touched by the. So it's 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did do it right, didn't you?
I did do it. Right.
It's a bit of a weird one because I'd say hex games are always
Well, there are
you shuffle off to the
in
right.
the rule book with all the the terrain and all that. There's rules for inches,
Yeah,
which I would probably
rather
like more.
be easier.
Yeah.
Well, most
Well-
hex games usually give you base movements. I have to be honest, I've never had a problem with hex games. I think sometimes it actually makes it a lot more simpler. It stops people from weird measurement things.
Weird measurement things. Yeah. Okay.
That's the measuring stick.
I'm not going to fire.
You're not fine. Okay,
No.
that's fine.
I'm not going to fire, which means
We move to
we're back in the initiative phase,
okay.
and we roll initiative again.
So 2d6, yeah.
Yep. 5s. So 1s.
Snake
You go
eyes.
first.
'Cause I'm yeah. Okay, I'm going to jump again. I will use the max to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I just count it as a. I assume I would just count it as a normal.
I don't see here jumping in terrain. All text. Jumping mechs ignore terrain and the presence of other mechs and hexes it jumps through. However, it cannot land in a hex containing another mech. A jumping mech it also ignores facing. You can jump in the woods.
Yep, cool. So he lands amongst the light woods. Second move.
Okay, my movement. I've got base movement of 5, but I'm going for a run, so I get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I want to use my arm as a.
You're gonna basically take some wax on your arm,
Yep.
your left arm, potentially.
I don't know if it's in the rules.
Yeah.
In the basic rules, I know it's in the
The main game.
in the main
you'll
game.
have that.
You always have the.
You'll have your facing and stuff.
Because I know the Wolverine on the left arm doesn't have any weaponry,
Yeah,
so I'm happy. Okay.
it's the punching. Okay, so
Shooting.
Shooting phase.
shooting phase.
So you get to go first, and you get to decide what you want to do.
Because I was going to say, because I've got a light and a heavy in front of me, and I have a sneak feeling I can't actually see you. Because though we're close, I don't believe. No.
Nope, you can't see me.
Terrain is too much noise, so
I won't be able to see you either.
You
then.
can't see because I mean within 90, but it's, if
I won't
I
be able
can't
to,
see you,
I won't be able to see you. I'm
Cool.
going to whack you with my fist in a minute.
He's got a best close combat ability.
So there's no shooting. So again, next, let me just check range modifiers. We haven't had any damage yet.
No.
Nope. So, initiative again.
Oh, I got 11.
So
Oh,
we get to reroll.
we roll 8.
9. 8.
Nine.
8. No, 9.
No, yeah, 9. You beat me by 1 again.
Yes.
Okay.
Beat me by 1.
You get to go.
Mm.
1 second. Do you know what? Why not? Once more jump.
Jump into the valley.
E.
Oh.
E. How many weird points do I have?
Doing exactly what you're supposed to do with a jumpy mech, getting into the rear vision, because again
How
he
does-
can move. He can either spin around and run up to punch me, or he can spin
I
around.
don't
his face.
think that in the
Only
basic
champions,
rules.
that's true.
I mean, I'd be tempted to say potentially it's a case of you close combat would be just treated as the same as a weapon attack.
What I'm thinking is I haven't seen anything for rear armour.
I don't think we have
For
to worry
rear
about
hit.
it.
Rear
Because I
hit.
was to say, because looking at this, you've got your armour stuff, but
Because
unless it's ignoring the
normally you'd have 2. You know,
Yeah,
one for front and one for rear.
Well, as I say, because you have got double numbers on sort of the left arm, right arm, centre torso, and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that, but that's it.
yep.
2 and
seen.
7. I'm going to looking at that. I would say either the lower number is the rear arm and the front, but I could be wrong. It depends what the numbers are meant to represent.
Okay.
Head 12. I'm going to say the centre is probably 7 rear and front, which is a bit weird because it's front and rear armour.
No, sorry, my movement.
Your move. Oh, unless you want me to.
No.
That's a lot of
1, 2. Let me just check something. 2.
Oh.
You wouldn't actually be able to make it into that wood. If you try to dive into the wood, I don't think you can make it.
3, 4,
Oh, you're running.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah.
I'll give you high modifiers.
There is a time modifiers, but at this range,
We'll see. You don't get the range. I don't get the range
Yeah.
modifier,
No.
but because you're at short, we're definitely at short range for most weapons.
yeah.
But because I moved more than 7,
You
I
moved
just
a lot.
checked.
Yeah, you moved 8.
I moved 8. It gets +3,
Ooh.
and I'm in the heavy woods, which gives me another +2 as well. So get a couple of modifiers.
So I get
Shooting
to shoot.
phase.
I will open fire with both the LRM and the PVC at you, and you are still within my fire arcs because you're not quite out of the
LRM is on short range. Let's see how it works.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we could do a bit of because I was saying I wanted to do that anyway purely because it's we need to do a bit of we need to test out missiles and ammunition weaponry.
Yep.
So I suppose I get to what I'll do the PPC first and we'll do the LRM because it's an ammo weapon.
Take
So I roll
2d6.
2d6 my modifier. So my base of 4 for the gunnery,
Yep.
I
Plus
move.
3 for jumping.
3 for jumping. Okay.
I moved 8 hexes, which gives me another +3.
Okay.
And I'm in heavy terrain, another +2.
Yep.
And we're at short range, I believe. I don't know what your
range
short range.
is. Right, my range for the PPC is 6. So yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got no modifiers for range.
So 4. That's 10, 11, 12.
Oh, you need to roll the 12.
I need a 12. No. It's exact.
Okay. Then
So-
for your LRMs.
Yep. I'm going to assume it's the same again.
Yep.
So yeah, it is. Lower numbers are better in this case.
Check-
Lower
just-
gunnery skills are better.
LRMs on the record sheet. The damage column lists 1 per missile, meaning
Yep.
1 point of damage per missile. The attacker makes 1 hit location roll for every 5 long range missiles that hit the target. Group the missiles that hit into lots of 5s. In other words, after rolling on the cluster hits table above from as many 5
Exactly
point
the same
damage
as in the
value
old compendium.
groupings as possible, assigning a running. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's an LRM 5 or 10.
I have an LRM 10.
And plus the hit tables. I'm trying to find out what's the club when determining hit location. Determine the location of hit player rolls to. Okay.
That's something different.
Yeah.
But shooting in general.
Yeah.
Is it the same again? Just shooting.
Just shoot.
Cool. So I roll 2d6, same modifiers.
Same modifier on the 12.
Nope, a 6.
My shooting. So I have a base value of 4 as well.
Does that I take it that counts as a shot then? So I've used up an LRM round.
Yes.
Cool. So let's.
I'm gonna alpha strike.
Okay,
Apparently
so
we're not
good.
playing repeat.
Yeah. Alpha strike every time.
You jumped, which gives you a +3.
Okay.
We're at short range. There's no cover.
Yeah.
So it's a modifier of 7.
Your movement though?
Sorry, my movement. I ran is +2.
Okay, because I was going to say because it's.
No, you're right. So I'm on 9s.
Okay, so you got a better chance of hitting me.
So
9 base.
medium laser.
Medium laser, and you're needing double 6. 2d6.
2d6 and it's a 9 and
9 or yeah.
9 at
10 or 11, 10 or above, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, you
Is it 9 or above or 10 or above?
it hits this modified number is greater than 12. The shot greater, equal or greater than the modified
9 or
target.
more. Okay,
9
so
or more.
9 or more.
no,
6?
Nope.
No.
Then the SRM 6.
Bang and a.
That's a hit.
That's a hit with an 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit me with your SRM.
That's 2 damage per missile. It's an SRM 6. So rolling to hit. I've hit you. Hit locations. I need to figure out where you hit. Where I hit. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's.
After each hit by a missile weapon, the roll is made on the cluster hit table above to determine the number of projectiles that actually hit the target. On the record sheet, the damage column lists 2 damage per missile, meaning 2 points of damage per missile. The attacker rolls a separate hit location for each short-range missile. So its weapon size is SRM 6.
So it fires a burst of 6 in a single round, in a single volley.
So basically, I'm rolling for every.
Every 5 missiles?
No, it's only for LRMs.
Was it
That's
6?
only LRMs with the 5 clusters, with the
Okay.
5 cluster.
So SRMs are basically just
Yeah.
a shotgun of SRMs.
anybody want a cup of tea?
I'm alright, thank you.
I'll have one.
Oh, it's
I'm good with my cocoa. I spent 30 cents on.
putting a cup of
Let me just figure this out.
So I'm going to assume it's you hit me with a blast of 6, 2 points of damage.
I'm trying to figure out the cluster table here.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because if there's no cluster, then you just hit me, and it would just be against a certain area of the mech or a random area of the mech.
To determine the location of a hit, the player rolls 2d6 and consults the hit location table found on each mech's record sheet.
Okay.
So that's the numbers.
Yeah.
So 12.
Well, it's here down here.
That's. Roger. Yeah.
Same as the old rules.
Well, it's basically what it says here as well, to be honest. Same numbers.
12, 6, 6, 10, 11, 2, 7. That's what. Yes, that is what the numbers
Yeah.
mean. Okay.
Missile attacks. On the record sheet, the damage column lists it at 2 missiles, 2 per missile, meaning 2 points of damage per missile. The attacker rolls a separate hit location for each short-range missile fired. So I get to roll 6 times to determine where you hit.
Okay. So
So the first one is a 4, which is the right arm.
Right arm.
Second one is a 6, which is the right torso.
Okay.
yeah, right.
4 again is right arm.
Right arm.
Oh, painful.
We have
10,
the 10, which
that's
is
left
the left arm.
2 more.
6 is another right
Right
torso. Give me number 4. The 7 is the center torso.
Bit of a Definitely a bit of a shotgun blast.
Bit of a spread.
Starting to think that would strike me as you aimed for my right torso and you've caught the torso. Yeah, you've got the bulk in where you want, and then it's just the scatter. It's a little bit of scatter with a couple being with a pair being declared.
Each attack that hits the target does damage. Every weapon does a specific amount of damage shown as the damage value. So it's two damage per hit.
2 damage per hit.
So what you're doing now is on what you've hit.
Yeah.
You need to now tick off how many. Well, 2 per hit.
2 per hit. So hang on. So against the right arm, that would be because you hit me twice with right arm. So that would be 4 in total.
4 in total.
4
Yeah.
in total. That's 4 points of damage. Right torso, you hit me twice again. So that's another 4. Left arm was hit once, so that's just 2 points of damage.
Exactly.
And centre torso took 1 point of damage.
2 points of damage.
But took 1 hit.
Recording damage. Damage checks of armor circles in a location number of parenthesis next to the location's name. It's the normal total armor. Follow the step-by-step procedure outlined in damage resolution to determine the effects of the damage. The damage resolution. To apply damage from an attack, begin with the weapon, with the amount of damage inflicted and the hit location at start. Step 1, answer both questions, yes or no, and follow the instructions. Does the location have armor?
Yes.
Check off 1 arm circle on the armor diagram in the appropriate locations for every point of damage taken until all damage is applied to or all armor of the location is destroyed. Then
Done.
Um,
So 4 points. So 4 circles would be ticked off on my right arm. 4 circles on the right torso. 2 on my left arm and 2 on my centre torso.
Yeah.
Would be all filled in.
yeah.
Mark.
So if the answer would be no, we'd go to step 2, which would be: is there damage remaining? Is damage still remaining? Then go inward on the mech.
If we don't, yeah.
Standard,
but in this case we're not worried about it.
and then attack is finished. If a mech's right or left torso has all of its armor points destroyed, the corresponding arm is blown off immediately and can sustain no further damage. The corresponding leg is not damaged. If the center torso is destroyed, the entire mech is destroyed. Leg destruction. Yeah, we'll get to that when we're there. If we're there.
Because that's just falling. That's going to be like
Transferring
falling over and
damage.
stuff.
Battle mechs can survive the destruction of any body location except the head or the center torso. If any other locations besides the center torso or head take further hits after being destroyed, or if excess damage remains from the shot that destroyed the location, that damage is transferred to the next inward armor location. The
I get the armor idea
The
now.
principle is illustrated with the damage transfer. Yeah.
Okay, I get the armor. As I look at it, I now
illustration,
understand
yeah.
the armor. Yeah, there's no internal armor. It's purely external. We're stripping away the armor, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I mean, what about weapon damage? and
It's
stuff?
most likely in the
bigger
in the
rules,
bigger rules.
chunkier
Yeah.
stuff. Keep book.
Battle mechs variant. Well, we don't have variants. We're not playing variants. So okay, then my next round is going to be the AC5.
So you're going to fire the AC5. So again, you're on the modifier of needing
9s.
9s or better.
8,
7.
so I missed. But I need to. Can you? Because you got the sheet of paper there.
Yeah.
Can you tick off 1 AC5 and 1 SRM 6 from the
AC5.
Wolverine?
How many rounds total have you got?
AC5 20 and SRM 6 15.
So 20 and SRM 6. SRM 6 was how many shots?
15.
15. So tick and tick. Cool.
Okay. Then damage has been done, and it's back to the initiative phase.
Ooh! Ooh!
Now you get to go first.
Okay.
Some bad
This
dice
is
rolling
the
here.
weird thing is sometimes being forced to go first can be quite useful because if you went second last time, it's a case of boom. Gotcha.
Both of you double ones.
The thing is now again, it's not bad because it's the simple rules, and you know I'm thinking the way I remember BattleTech, and I know the hair-wrenching game. There's no point in me actually moving around your mech to concentrate my fire on the destroyed arm, because there's no
armor damage.
there's no arc to you know that when I'm standing here, I can only attack your arm.
Well, because it was something
very simplistic, which is okay for beginning.
Yeah, because I was going to say because I was having to scan through that earlier, and it was pretty much the same thing. I was sort of like a bit, but I'm sure. But I think it's probably one of those things where they'll probably go, yeah, if you can only see one part of the mech, that's where your shot.
Yeah.
Your shots will go in against these two areas. Anywhere else they miss.
It's always been the same that when you fire at the side of a mech, you go for the corresponding torso side. So if you stand here, I can either hit your right torso, your right arm, or your right leg.
Yeah. Anything else is basically is wiped as a miss.
So basically, for me, I can either decide to stand still, which isn't that good because you can move.
I can still move away.
You can jump. So I'm gonna move backwards.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna walk back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just checking how far you can jump. 5. So that I make sure that I'm still in your arc that I can fire at you. There you go. 5.
Okay, so my move. 1 second. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm going to jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tempted not to do it, and that puts me.
Robin withdrew. Oh dear.
Again, it would be an intelligent thing to do because it's
of
against
course.
like now. You're weaker arm.
I can't fire back.
And you can't shoot, and I can basically open up. So, basic gunnery of 4 because I assume we've got that's it. So moving on to shooting. See, this is very quick because it's you notice the speed up automatically.
That's what it says here as well. As soon as you've got Gator in your head,
Yeah.
the damage, the
modifiers and stuff.
modifiers, then
It speeds up.
it's easy. And the only thing
Cool.
that changes in Gator is the movement, and that's it.
Okay, so I jumped again, so that's another 3.
Jumping is 3.
Yep, so that's a +3 to my
I
score.
move 5, which is 2.
Cool.
You're at short range, which is no modifier. There's no terrain, and that's it.
Cool, so that's actually
A bit better.
a 9. It's the same score as you were needing in yours. Cool, so I will fire my PPC first. Katoosh. 5, 6, a miss. And then I'll attempt with my LRM-10, which is just 1 dice roll, isn't it? For LRM-10, or is it multiple?
In what way? What?
To hit you with the LRM-10, it's just...
2d6.
2d6.
Always to hit.
Ooh, 11!
Yeah, that's a hit. So for the LRMs, it's one damage per missile.
Yep.
You cluster it to 5s.
Cool, so that would be 2 dice.
Group the missiles that hit into lots of 5s. In other words, after rolling on the cluster hit table above, form as many 5-point damage value groupings as possible.
Hang on, cluster
Showing
hit
any
table.
remaining
This is how many of my missiles actually hit.
Points
So
to one small lot and determine a hit location for each lot.
cool. So I've got 2 cluster. Well, I was going to say, how many? What do I need? Is it 1d6 or 2d6 for the cluster roll?
It's 2d6.
Okay.
Right, I'm just trying to figure out what's your weapon size?
Is LRM 10.
It's an LRM 10, and which gives you basically 2 clusters. If I'm reading this right,
Because I think it is it's I've fired a bolt of 10 rounds at you. I've hit you with a 10 round burst. I need to now find out, because this is where I'd say it's a bit weird with the needing to roll to hit, because now I'm rolling to see how many of my missiles hit you, even though I've already hit you.
Group the missiles that hit into lots of 5s.
No.
So first of all, the attacker makes 1 hit location roll for every 5 long-range missiles that hit the target.
Hang on. Sorry. Right. I think we might have done this wrong with the missiles. I think the missiles might purely work off the cluster table. You don't roll to hit, you roll to see what your missiles do, because I think because you've got an LRM. For example, I've got my LRM 10, so you look up the 10 cot, the top which should say 10.
Yeah, that's right. It says here.
And then you come down.
After each hit by a missile weapon, which you've just done,
Yeah, okay.
a roll is made on the cluster hit table above.
Yep.
To determine the number of projectiles that actually hit the target. So
Okay.
the weapon size is 10,
Yep.
and now you roll 2d6.
2d6.
Yep.
And I got a 7.
That gives you 6 hits.
6 hits. Okay, so I hit you with 2 clusters, 1 of 5, and then a single one.
Yeah. So then you now you check where the 5 hit and where the single one hit.
Okay, so there's 5 hit. 5, 6, 7, which is your centre torso.
Yes.
And the single missile hits you 12, a square in the head.
each.
So that's, I do 1 point of damage per thing. So your head will take 1, your centre torso will take 5.
Yep.
Points of damage.
You're going to have to write that down
Yeah,
because you've got the
that's
sheet paper.
One
So
second,
my centre torso is down 5 and I'm
Head.
down 1 on the head.
So that is 1 on the head, and CT is 5.
Okay. Roll for initiative
Yay!
because I can't shoot back.
Yep. I got 11.
No
10.
missiles.
Ooh, me again. Me being you have to move first. Again.
Yes, yeah.
You won the roll, so you done.
I go second. Yeah, because I'm 11. I'm 11. Remember, you
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
of
move
course,
first.
yeah.
You have to move first. Shoot
Yeah.
first. Well, in this case, you didn't get to shoot because I moved out of your line of sight.
How am I going to do this without you outmaneuvering me?
I have jump jets, and I don't have to worry about heat.
There is no close combat. That would
Okay,
be,
yeah, I was
that,
wondering-
that
I
would
was
be
wondering.
that would be my in the
Yeah,
turn
because that
before.
would be, yeah,
Well,
because
yeah,
I would have, because that's the thing, as I would have run up and tried to smack you
It
as
would have
well.
it would have been the smack to your head.
Yeah, because I was going to say that's the thing, because it's not just for the video, but also just to learn in the games. It's always good to do. You do your movement, you do your initiative, or whatever it is to decide if you have it to work out how you're doing your turns. Your movement, your shooting, close combat stuff, and if they're keeping away from close combat, it's like, okay, that's cool.
Here's just quick. I'm just reading here. Beyond the quick start rules, for example, piloting skills, critical hits,
Yeah.
heat management, firing arcs, attack directions, more weapons and equipment. And
I will say, I genuinely like this. If you took this to a convention, you were doing like a demo game.
Oh,
it,
yeah, of course.
The starter would be. This is
Yeah.
perfect. You'd probably have someone going, "I want to punch him." It's a case of, hang on a second. I just make something up on the spot. Even if I didn't own the thing, I
Yeah,
just go,
of course.
hang on a second.
yeah, of course.
Do this. It's a hit.
Yeah.
And then you can be, and then
Take a piloting skill. Did the enemy move?
yeah,
Just
do
maybe then take weight into in your head quickly.
Yeah.
You're
'Cause
punching. You're
probably
punching 100 ton mech. You're only
Yeah.
55 tons. So another
Yeah,
modifier of 1.
Yeah.
Right?
One
That
or
kind
two,
of
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, you could probably spend 30 seconds, or even just write it down. If someone asks, you just go, "You want to hit him?" Yeah. Okay, modifiers, and most of the modifiers are already there in theory.
I'm stupid, but it doesn't matter. I've got jump jets.
I did wonder about.
Doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, you're running away from me.
I'm moving backwards. I'm trying to, keep you in my firing arc.
Stop. I was
Okay,
actually-
your movement.
I
need to take a picture for my missus.
Oh, does she like watching this, or she's interested? Is she?
She finds it fascinating that she's never heard of tabletop gaming before.
Okay.
I've shown them all my figures, my High Elf Army, my Space Marines. I've told her
Because you've got your
I'm
Canadians
not-
as well, haven't you?
Sorry.
You've got your Flames of War Canadians still, haven't you? and
I've
everything?
got. I don't play that much, and I'm trying to get into this hobby now. This
Get
tabletop
get
game
into
now.
Battletech. Well, also because it's not so much you're getting into it, so much as you're getting back into
Yeah.
it. Because you tried. I think when you were younger, you were interested. In
Oh
it.
yeah.
Much like I
It was one of
so.
my first games, Battletech. As a 9-year-old kid, when my dad, we were looking at Games Workshop stuff in the model store in Cellar, right? That's how I got into the hobby, and I was like, oh, look at this, and I got the Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine motorcycle. That was my first model, my very first model. And I built them up. I painted him like a 9-year-old would, right? So looked shit and all that, but didn't matter. And then my dad, being the Sergeant Major, the Sergeant Major of Signals for 40 Reg, knew that some of his lads
Did the
had
same thing.
a cellar getting on camp. Right?
Yeah, I remember hearing
like in Barker,
Yeah.
right? And he
Well,
just,
it was
he
in-
just,
yeah, I remember it.
he
Oh,
just
yeah.
shoved me in there, and me and my brother were in there, and he had an evening off with the missus, with my mum, right? They could go out for food while his soldiers looked after his kids.
Because if anything happened, they were dead.
Yeah, playing tabletop. And the first game I did play was Battletech.
Battletech, yeah.
And then I played a game of 40k because the models were like,
Yeah.
they had the Khan effects and Lehman Ross battle tank. Oh, come on!
Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna go with the
Right.
big. You're gonna go with the big toys compared to the little
Big
ones.
toys, yeah.
No, it makes sense to be honest. Actually, I'm gonna run. I think. Let me just have a check.
Run!
I don't want to stand still.
So,
Actually, how much movement can I? I take it I can just expend 1 point of movement, and that can be me.
Yes. But you have to do something. But it can be standing still, of course.
Cool. Do you know what? I'm essentially I'm just gonna turn facing, so
Yep.
again, front armour to you. That's
Yep.
it.
Which then for you, just to let you know, because I was thinking that as well, does facing give me a penalty? Moving 0 to 2 hexes has 0 penalty. Right?
Okay.
So moving,
That's cool.
moving,
So-
moving slow, or having an annihilator, which can only move 4 hexes, isn't.
It's basically a case of, I will come for you. I will catch up to you eventually, but I am coming for you.
I'm definitely getting me 2 or 3 Urbies. I'm 100% getting me 2
What,
or
with,
3 Urbies.
with ACs?
With ACs.
Because
Yeah.
you're a cheese merchant.
Well, I would paint them up as policemen, you know, because they are policing.
Yeah, they're
mechs,
police mechs.
right?
No, what you do is you paint them up to make them look like atlases. So you do the whole like the skull and stuff like that. It's like, what the hell is that? That's just the most powerful mech in the game.
I can use my Eugene robots for this.
Yes.
They're about the same size,
Yeah.
or slightly bigger.
So it's my shooting.
So you're round first because you've got to fire first. You've
Just
got
going to
your
check my max range for the SRM 6 and medium razor is 9. Let's just check
Might
that
be
out.
pushing it actually.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. So it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just
Ooh,
in.
just
in. Right.
Good judgment.
So I should have moved back 1, and then it would have been a case. Haha, no, but I can still hit you because I.
But
would
that's
still
the
be able to-
finite of the game. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Hmm.
Just the simplicity of it. But you know that there's a lot of
more.
depth and there's more to come.
Believe me, I think from reading this and having heard from what you've said in there, they have basically taken the old one and updated the old rules, and that is the complete. If you, I think, if you went to a tournament, you just had that sat quietly, you'd probably have a lot of people going, "What do you want for it?"
Yeah. So we're going. I'm going AC5 first.
Okay.
Um,
So we'll scratch your ammo round for you.
I didn't check what I needed to hit. I'm on.
Oh, God,
I diced 4, but
Dice-
that would not.
yeah,
that
that's
would
not
not
gonna
do
hit.
because it's that's
Yeah, because you're going to be skilled. You're going to be
That's my
skilled as
base,
full.
so
Yeah,
that
no,
didn't hit.
That's a miss.
The medium laser. I'll just check what I moved. So I moved 8 hexes, which is plus. Sorry. I ran, which is plus 2. You moved 0, or 1, which
Yep.
is a
This is 0.
modifier of 0. It's long range, so it's plus 4.
Yep.
So I'm on plus 6, which gives me 10s.
And I'm in light cover.
And you're in light cover, so it gives me 11s to hit.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's that running. Oh, 11.
Medium
Well
laser.
done, sir. Medium laser, okay.
I'm hitting your
9.
9.
Left leg.
The left leg, and that's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Lasers are powerful
Yeah.
in this game.
5, so hang on.
And then
Which is how they should be, to be honest, because
Yeah.
you are melting armour.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
And
because a rocket will crater your armour, but a laser will
Then
melt
the
it off.
SRM 6s on 11s to hit. No.
No.
And please take 1 ammo off
Oh, yeah.
each of my weapons, please.
Yeah.
and Alex strikes back and
Your
legs
return,
fall off.
your return fire.
Cool. So, base of 4, you moved over 8, or you moved 8, so that's a 3, I believe.
Yep.
And I didn't move enough. I didn't move enough to cause any modifiers. That's it, I believe, isn't it?
You know what I find very interesting?
Go on.
It has on the modifiers. It actually tells you for the modifiers, stationary, movement die, number 6 is showing to let you know.
Yeah.
You know, to you know how we're doing it at the moment to get our modifiers in.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, we'll
Just-
actually do it the way they
Yeah,
want you to do
yeah.
it. Just start racking up the stuff. Start racking up your modifiers rather than you just go no. That's the thing, because you need to, because it's basically what do I need to hit you on.
Yeah.
Right. I also have hang on. The range was 9, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that counts as
8.
my-
Sorry, 8.
8. So that will count as medium range for me because my short range is 6 and 7. My medium range is 14 and 12. So that's another +1.
Oh damn! I'm stupid. Doesn't matter. Keep
Go
going.
on.
My AC5 Scott would have been medium range.
So it's a different modifier. It's fine. Yeah, you missed any. You still missed.
Yeah.
So that's +1 range modifier. Sorry, no, +2 modifier, isn't it? For
Yeah,
me?
medium is
So because it's
+2.
my weapons. So my weapons set. So okay, so I need 9s or better. So this is my PPC. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kadoosh and a miss.
Okay.
And the LRM 10. Oh, 10.
Yep.
So that's a smack again with the AC with my LRM 10.
Yeah,
So
take 2d6.
One second, let me just scratch around. Okay, so so it was 2d6, yeah?
2d6.
For the cluster. Okay, and I got a 3, so I don't think that
3, so it's 3 hits.
3 hits, so it's literally just one cluster
Yeah.
of 3
One more
points
thing.
damage. Go
Well, do your damage first, so we got that out of the way.
4.
4 is the right arm.
Right
1
arm.
hit on the right arm.
on. Second.
Sorry,
So that's
it was three
points of
three
damage.
points of damage.
Yeah, 3
yeah.
points of damage.
We done mistake, doesn't matter.
Go on.
The jumping is cumulative to your movement. So if you've moved 5 hexes
Yeah.
with the jump, it's 6 because you get +1 watt because you jumped.
Ah, so it's
So
one
it's-
for it's automatically
you
1 for
move-
jumping
it's-
plus how
Plus
many?
how many hexes? Yeah,
Because it's 0 for moving 0 to 2.
2. Then 3 to 4 is 1. 5 to 6 is 2. 7 to 9 is 3. 10 and above is 4. +1 if you've jumped.
So in theory, if I just do it, so I do my jump because if I just
If
do
you
my
jump
jumping,
one-
we're just doing it's automatically because I'm moving 5 hexes. That's automatically 2 plus 1 more, so
Yeah.
3 because of
Yeah.
No, we have been doing that right then.
Okay.
I think we were doing it right because I think you were doing me for free every time.
Could be.
I could check the record. Though to be honest, it's
Okay.
jumping is
Initiative.
yeah. Back to the beginning.
10.
I have an 8. So yeah, I've got to go first.
You got to go first. No, hang on. I go first because I'm higher than you. My
No, I go
initiative's-
first.
My initiative is
'Cause I
higher
have-
than you. Hang on.
Was it?
Yeah, I've been going lowest.
no, 'cause
The
it's
side
I-
with the higher result has won the initiative throughout the turn. The side that lost the initiative moves their mech first.
Yeah, so it's I move first.
Yeah.
And then I shoot first. Yeah, remember, it's
Yeah.
always this is the weirdness of the game because normally initiative in most games, if you have an initiative roll,
Yeah.
you either you might force your opponent to move, but you will always shoot first.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
this one, it's basically no, you move, you shoot.
Yeah.
I have to move. But the advantage is that you could get yourself potentially into a position where I can't shoot you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's that weird thing. I'm going to be very, very weird actually. I'm going to
Do you know what my favourite Wolverine variant is?
Go on.
4 SRM6s. Nothing else.
That's
It's just a shotgun. You just
Shotgun
you
for
just
face.
run up to enemy mechs and go. You're dead.
I'm going to do a jump
Hopefully you get close enough to do
Yeah,
that.
of course.
back into these woods here,
Roger.
bailing out.
Okay, let's slow this down then. So I'm going to move and I'm going to walk, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't.
Yeah, I'm just thinking 5.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's actually very entertaining about it. So while we wait,
Oh, and of course I'm going to get an atlas.
of course you're
I'm
going
going
to
to get 4.
4 of them for your House Steiner scout lands.
I have commenced scouting.
I have
I have
currently scouted.
I have scouted out the enemy barracks next to the kindergarten. Everything is burning. Scouting completed.
Scouting
Continuing scouting mission.
Continuing my scouting mission.
No, sorry. Ich mache weiter mit der Aufklärung.
That's the thing because I do find it interesting that
Have you seen the YouTube videos, the Stein Scoutlands? Did I send you that
you have done.
from the Black Pants Legion?
You sent it to me. I think I did watch it when you sent it to me. It was a good game. I just can't remember it. It was a while ago.
Your shooting phase.
Yes, and I believe. Hang on. Can't see you.
Very well. I can't see you.
Because
Initiative phase.
there's too much stuff in the way.
5.
Oh,
Right.
the same.
9.
I got an 8.
So I'm moving first.
Hang on. Damn it, things moved again. Stop moving. You have to think about it now. No, you got a 9. I have to move.
Yeah,
first.
you move first. Sorry.
I move first.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to move, but I have to do.
You have to do something.
Okay, I will go. I'm going to do another jump and land myself there.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, this could be very done something wrong, but hey.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5. That's enough to get you into that corner.
Yep.
Terrain. I like the fact that terrain does slow you
But
down.
I'm going to have to run for it because of the movement. So when I run, it's a modifier of 2, and its jumping is 3.
Yeah, so jumping is.
You see, I'm reading these things wrong. So
Go
for the attacking model, if I jumped, it's a modifier with 3. For the receiving model, it's how much he moved in hexes, and if he did jump, then it's the +1 that goes. So jumping gives to hit modifier of +1 because the target jumped.
Yeah, because it's a big action.
You want to look at the table. So I'm going to jump anyway. My jump range is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop me down there.
Yeah. Okay. So as the attack, if I fire at you because I jumped, I'm automatically on a +3 to whatever my score whatever my thing is. While if you're shooting at me, it's a +1 because so if you shoot me, it's a +1 because I jumped, and because I went 3 to 4 hexes. I don't go 5. It's a +2, so it's +3 to hit me, whereas I'm just on a +3.
Yeah.
It is. I think we have been doing it.
I think we have been doing
but we've
it
just
right,
been. It's that weird thing of we've been doing it right, but we've been doing it.
Weird.
We haven't been. It's not right for the right for the. We've not been doing it right for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so I shoot
you're
first
shooting
and then
you're shooting.
Okay, so I am. Hang on, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is short range for both of my weapons. So gunnery skill of 4. I jumped, which is 3 for me.
Yep.
And you moved how many?
I moved 5, which is 2 + 1 because I jumped, so it's +3.
+3 again.
And you're at medium range or medium range?
Short range.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
just within one.
See, that's your.
Yeah, you're just within my short range
Yeah.
for the PPC. Okay, so that's no more modifier, so I'm on 10. Okay, so I need a 10 or better with the PPC, which is yet to hit anything, and will not continue to not hit anything.
How much does it do damage?
10. That's sort of it. If I hit you, looking at that, that's probably
ouch.
that's a lot of that's a body part, not gone, but a lot of
And
damage.
in the advanced rules, it takes out all your radio
electronics,
equipment.
yeah, because it does all
Yeah.
your because it does the extras.
Yeah.
Then the other one was a double 1, so no hits.
So my
from me.
shooting, I'm going to continue with all of my weapons, starting with the medium laser.
Okay,
First of all, I'm
so base your gunnery skill of 4.
gunnery skill of 4. I jumped, which is 3. You jumped and moved how many hexes?
5. So that's another 3
so
as
it's
well.
another 3. And no terrain. I'm on medium range, another 2. So it must be on 12. So it's 7, 10,
yeah,
12.
you are on 12. So you need double 6.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've still got enough ammo. SRMs.
Nope.
And the AC.
Nope. No. Bang, 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 bang. No hits. So
Initiative.
And that knocks you down another rack of ammunition on there.
I'm on initiative 6.
You've got 6. I have 7.
7. So now I get to go first.
You go first. You must move. Well, you must do something. You must move something.
It's not nice.
What's not nice?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I reckon you're going to outmaneuver me, but we'll see. I need to close in the range because the Wolverine is definitely more for close range.
Yeah. I can stand off to you, but that's the thing, because I think that's where the advantage I have here is both my weapons are long rangey weapons. Give me a second. I suppose I might as well do that because that would actually be kind of hilarious more than anything else. So I'm going to jump again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn. Basically, buddy up to your bum, so you can't shoot me.
You jumped though, didn't you?
But I jumped,
Yep.
so it does
Yep.
groove me. But you're no. So I'm on a base of 4, 3 for having jumped, and that's it. And there's no range modifiers because I'm 1. I'm basically right behind. This would be close combat. I could just punch you in the back of the head, sort of thing. That's all my modifiers, isn't it? Because my base 4,
So
3 for jumping, and that's it, I believe.
No terrain, short range. I still need to move.
So yeah, you do.
I
So
still need to
apologies,
move.
apologies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. No, you have moved.
No, I have moved.
You have moved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause
I have
you've-
moved. So,
so, yeah.
I moved.
You can't shoot
I
because
walked
I'm out.
5.
Yeah, you walked 5, and that was it.
I walked 5 hexes.
think that's a
So
1.
plus 2.
Plus 2.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a base of 9, and that's it. Because you can't
Yeah.
shoot. Because you would have had to shoot me
Yeah, of
first, but you
course.
can't
Yeah.
because I moved out of your things. Okay, so this will be the PPC. I got a 10. That's a hit. The PPC slams into you.
Where does it hit?
Where does it hit though? Oh, an 8,
8
which is your
left
left
torso.
torso. Okay. So left torso takes 10 points of damage.
Yeah. Just how many?
Double check
That's a lot
that.
of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
4,
How much damage is he on
10,
his torso?
12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21.
21. Okay, so
No,
to be honest. Let's be honest. In anything, that would be a case of, ow! I've just lost
Yeah.
half the armor.
Half
Just
the armor of one
evaporated.
thing.
Half the armor is just evaporated. Okay.
Yeah.
LRM rounds. So I need to hit you again. Ooh, hang on. 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's a hit. So that's a hit with the LRMs.
Do you have a minimum range of the LRMs? You don't, do you?
No,
Yeah. That's probably something for the
that'll be
yeah.
the
advanced rules.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many rounds in the cluster? 11. I think that's pretty much every round hits
10.
you. 10 rounds hit you.
So-
So that is 2. That's 2 racks of 10. 2 racks of 5. So first cluster hits you with a 10 left arm.
Left arm, yeah.
Left arm, and that means you take 5 points of damage to that point.
Yeah.
And the second rack of clusters hit you with a 5, which is your right
Right arm.
leg.
No, so right leg. Yep.
Right leg. And that is another 5 points of damage. Just make sure. Yeah, I've plastered pretty much everything. That's the thing. I think you've managed to get in. Your damage so far has pretty much concentrated around a certain area,
Yeah.
whereas mine just plastered.
11.
Oh. 10. You beat me by 1.
So you go
4.
first.
I must move. Or I must do something. Boing. 'Cause who needs to worry about heat at this point?
Exactly.
Yeah, I reckon you
2, 3,
overheated by then,
4,
both of you.
5.
Yeah. Oh, face off again.
Yeah, you do have the modifier for being in the
the
heavy
heavy
woods. So it's plus 2.
Yeah.
So you're shooting first.
So I'm shooting first. So for base, I jumped plus 3,
Yep. I
You
moved
moved
5,
five,
which
so
is 2.
2, and that's it. Okay,
And,
so
well, range is short range.
range is short range because we're
Yeah.
like 4 spots. Okay, so PPC 5, 6, 7. Hang on. If that misses,
I
that's a
don't-
10. No, I need 9 on there. So the PPC misses. LRM
Happy about that.
hits you.
Yep.
Yeah, that one round for the PPC is like, oh,
2d6.
oh. So that's a strike. 2d6 gives me a 9. How many rounds?
9,
for my
that's
10?
8.
8 rounds. So that's 2 racks again. 1 of 5, 1 of 3.
Yep.
So the rack of 5 hits your 7.
7 is the centre torso.
So that goes 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is that 12 altogether?
12 altogether. And the second rack of 3 rounds, hits. Ooh, 6 again, 6 as well.
Right torso.
Right torso, which I've not hit beforehand.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me when you start racking up more than 10 hits on a certain location that we can start counting down.
Yeah.
Because my centre torso only has 12, 18, 20 points, for example.
20 points. Okay, so you're over halfway with centre torso because you're on
Yeah.
12, and your left torso's on 10, which I think was at 22
Yeah,
or
let
something.
me just check that. So it's 1, 4, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It's 20 on side torsos.
Okay, so you're halfway
it's,
on your armour in a couple of positions.
Okay,
so
my
there's that.
shooting.
Your return fire.
Medium laser. First of all, I moved.
Yep.
I walked, so it's only +1. My base modifier is 4.
I
You
jumped.
jumped, and
Which
I
is
don't,
5, so
5,
that's
so it's
3.
+3. You're in terrain, which is +2.
Because it's heavy woods.
So I'm on 7 and 9, 10s.
10s, okay. So this is
Medium-
your medium laser.
Medium laser. Nope.
Nope, misses.
The AC. Nope.
Yep. And your SRM.
The SRM. Come on. Nope.
8. Everything misses. So it's your AC.
Cheers. Turn it on again. Turn it on. I've got 2 more. The ones that we were
Yeah,
using.
we-
Sorry. Brilliant.
Cool. So, initiative.
Yes.
I've got a 5.
You get to go first.
Okay, so I must move. What? Jump around to there. So I'll put the trees between me and you. So I make another jump move. At some point I might actually walk. Why use up the servos that way? Why put constant wear on the servos when I could just put impact wear on them? Yeah, because I assume if you lose a body part, you're going to lose a weapon. You're potentially going to lose. You're probably. I don't know. You will. You'll lose the weapon as well, won't you?
Oh yeah.
I'll say because mine are.
Which torso is the damaged one?
Your torso is your left torso.
Each. That's my SRMs.
Ooh. Yeah, because let's put it this way. Because I was going to say when you were saying about critical hits and stuff like that in the bulk rules, that's going to end up with like ammo explosions and all sorts.
Remember, you get to customize mechs in the advanced rules, and then you put in stuff like case and all that to make sure that your ammo doesn't go up.
I was going to say because that's the advantage of this one because you got your. It's a generic. It is a generic set, but
I did have loads of them, but I don't know where they are.
you also get internal structure for this in this one as well.
Yeah,
Which I wouldn't be
you get
surprised that'll
you
pop
get
up.
that in the armored warfare. Because the book is like a proper one of them.
Yeah.
In the armored warfare
I
one.
did have a folder full of these blank.
Yeah, got hundreds. We had thousands of the stuff.
Well, if you look at this here, in one of the advanced rules we can play, you have these mech pilots, and they have like gunnery skill 2.
Oh, that's
For
nice.
example,
Yeah.
right? And special abilities like Sandblaster, LRMs. When rolling on cluster hit tables for successful LRM attacks, add the following modifiers to the roll: +4 for short range, +3 for medium range, and +2 for long range, which would
Basically,
mean
make it more accurate.
exactly. And
Master.
weapon specialization (PPC) apply -2 to hit modifier when attacking with a PPC, for example.
So it makes it easier.
But you only get to have one
or the other.
one card for the entire lance for a lance. You can only have one special in
one
the-
specialist in your lance
in the
all star.
advanced rules for the beginner box, right?
Mm.
Later on, you'll have your entire lance with mech
Can be all-
warriors,
yeah.
right? With special
named
abilities and all that
named
kind of-
warriors,
yeah.
if you will. So I've moved. I've jumped again. And I've gone
Yes.
behind the heavy woods.
So I'm trying to set up the table.
We are currently at an hour and
I'm
20.
going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I don't want you shooting at me this round because I am taking a lot of damage. Okay, you don't get to shoot.
I don't get to shoot,
I
but
get to
you
shoot.
can.
I jumped, which gives me +3. My base of 4. No range modifier and no
I'm
cover.
not in terrain.
So I'm on 7, which is very good. Medium laser. Go on. Yes. Medium
10.
laser is a hit.
Okay.
I'm hitting your
4,
which
my
is
right arm.
Yeah, for 5 damage.
Right arm, so 4, and it becomes 8.
Then
How much damage?
5.
5 damage. Okay, 1 second. That's a wrong number. It's 9 then.
The
9 points of damage.
The AC 5. No
Nope,
hits.
miss.
Too bad.
So that's
And the SRM.
5 rounds of AC used up so far. And that's 5 rounds of SRM used up. Ooh, 14. You're actually close to taking an arm.
Okay, cool. Your turn. No, initiative. Sorry.
Initiative.
7.
10.
10.
No, you have to move
go
first.
So, easy enough.
Mine. It's mine. It's my Griffin.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Ooh, okay.
Later on, there's stability and everything as well. They get knocked down and all that kind of stuff. The mechs you
Getting
get
hit by
knocked down
LRMs
table.
and ACs
Yeah.
will do that.
Knockdown table. That's for the piloting skill. It says here that the rule isn't for this book. Entering cover as well is you have to roll on the piloting skill.
Okay, this is actually... I'm not jumping this time. I think this works. So hang on, it's 1, 2, 3, 4... No, I can't do that. Damn it. Yeah. Go back there.
Long range master attacks at long range have a +0 modifier, while short range ones have a +4 modifier. So it's switched around.
How much was it movement wise for heavy terrain? Was it +2?
It's +2. Just check.
3, 4.
Yep.
Ooh, hang on. No. So that would be 3,
Yep.
4, 5, and you'd still be in firing arc?
Yes.
I'll do that then. So yeah, I'm going to move into that bit of the terrain. Yeah, because I'm going straight forward. It's a bit... Yeah. You're still in my fire arc because you're not behind me.
Yeah.
So I can still shoot you. So you shoot me first.
Going for the SRMs
First.
first. Modifiers are 4 base. I moved 5.
Did you jump?
I jumped. Of course I did, because otherwise
Yes,
I would have. So
it's
I
3.
jumped, so it's 3. And you're in,
I'm in light cover.
I believe, for in fact that I can't. That line of sight's being blocked.
No? No. No, you can see me because I can...
Line of sight.
I'm centre,
No, 3 or more points of line,
3
of,
points
line
now.
of sight.
It's fine.
So
You
it's
can
fine.
you can still see. You can.
But
I think
you're
the
in-
heavy gets some. Well, does the heavy get in the way? No, the heavy does count, doesn't it? I think.
So it's +2 for the 1 heavy in the way,
Mm-hmm.
and you're in light cover.
Yeah.
Which gives you another +1, so we'll make that into a 3.
Yeah.
So I'm on 9.
I didn't move far. I didn't move far.
tens.
I moved 5 points, but I didn't move 5 hexes. So
Oh, I haven't put that on yet. Have you? You moved 5 points, did you?
yeah, but it's not 5 hexes, so I don't.
You
think
how
it
many
counts.
mechs did you move? 3 or
3.
3? So it's
3,
another
so
1. So I'm
so
on
I
11s.
Next, I only moved.
Medium laser.
6. No.
SRM.
No.
And the AC. No.
No. Your dice are failing you, sir.
Mm.
So I'm on a base of 4 to shoot you. I moved 3 hexes, so that's
3 hexes is... Well, you jumped, it's 3.
no. I
No,
moved.
you
I
moved.
walked.
You walked, then it's 1.
It's just 1. You are within short range of me. Yep, because you're within 7 and 6.
Yeah.
You are still within line of sight with me.
I jumped.
Heavy. You jump, so that's
I moved 5 and jumped, which is +3.
+3. Okay.
And there's a heavy woods in between us,
That's
so it's
plus-
another +2.
2. Okay, so that's 4.
10.
That is, yeah, that's 10. So 10 minimum. Okay, so PPC. Miss. Whoosh.
I don't want to be hit by that anymore, to be honest.
At the LRM. No, 7s.
Okay.
So
It's something I read on the internet as well. When you're doing duels, they tend to take longer than
Yeah, right.
big matches because
I got 11, so you've got to move first.
Yeah.
I beat you. Ah.
Beat you severely.
I'm just going to stand still.
You're just going to stand still?
I'm just going to stand still.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
I could just do that. I'll just walk up. I might just walk up to you and just go do something silly. So,
Last man standing.
1,
Oh, last mech standing.
2. Hang on. 4, 5. Would that allow me to get into the heavy cover or not?
Sorry?
Would it? Because if I go, because I start there, so I go 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
4, 5, and then you can't.
But you're
turn
still
anymore.
within. But you're still within. I can't turn anymore. But you're still
Yeah.
within 90.
And you can fire, and I can fire.
We can both shoot each other.
Yeah, and about kill each other.
Because you're now
You
you've wedged yourself in a corner.
Yeah, well, my intention is to make sure to take your manoeuvrability away, because I can still try and hit you at long range at 18.
That's true.
Right, just stand there. I still have a bit of armour, and make sure you can't.
But
That I can shoot back.
Yeah.
So it's 4 base.
Yep.
I didn't move.
No.
You moved 5, which
Yep.
is 2.
And I'm in heavy cover.
You're in heavy cover, which is 2. So I'm on 8.
Okay. It's not unreasonable. That's. I like the fact it's 2d. It is 2d6, and it's the fact that it's a case of my god, that becomes quite hard to hit people.
Yeah. So it's 8 going for the medium laser. That's a hit.
Ooh.
So I
Scary.
hit your.
6.
I'm liking the right torso again.
Right torso.
Another
Yeah.
5 damage on the right torso.
Right torso. So that takes me to. Hang on. That's
Is there any chance you can quickly pop these in the machine?
8.
I do one.
Yeah, do one. So that's an 8 on the right torso. So I've got a while to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the SRM.
SRM 6.
That's a nice hit.
That's a 9. Yeah. That's a hit.
So 2d6. The weapon size is 6, and I hit. That's an 8. I hit 4 missiles.
4 missiles. Okay. 2 points of damage per missile.
Per
You
missile.
don't
I need to basically roll every missile for SRMs is different. They don't cluster up.
Yeah. 'Cause yours are
So the first missile hit your. You're gonna have to tell me.
Hang on, 5, 6, 7 is my centre torso. Okay.
Center torso for 2 damage.
So it takes me to 4. Okay, second missile.
Another 7. That's again center torso.
Center torso.
Another 2 damage.
To 6. Okay.
A
9.
9.
That's my left leg again. So it's 5, 6, 7 points of damage on there. 5, 6, 7 again.
7 again. Oh, I like the center torso hits.
That's the left leg.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, no, this is
center
no, this is
torso.
also that's 8. Okay. Okay, I've got 20. So you're almost halfway on the centre torso damage. Okay, so I return fire.
Oh, no, I'm not finished.
Oh, so yeah,
AC
only got one.
5.
Oh yeah, yeah, AC5. Isn't it?
No hits.
No hits. Cool. Kadunk. The SRM threw everything off. Yes, I hit so much. Kadunk.
Well, the AC5 only does 5 damage, like. No,
Okay.
you're shooting.
Yeah. So you did not move. So my base of 4. You didn't move.
You moved 5.
I moved 5.
So, well, you walked. So
Yeah.
it's 1.
So it's just 1.
Yeah.
I believe that's it. And you're not in
Yeah.
cover. You didn't move. Okay, cool. I may hit with something here. So PPC.
Yay!
God damn it! Always one under. LRMs. They hit.
Yep.
LRMs just smack into you. Cool. So
Thank you.
go for it. Okay. So my cluster. I've got a 3, so it's not many rounds. I think
3 hits.
3 hits. So that's one
One
single
cluster,
cluster
yeah.
hitting you on your 11
11 is my left arm.
left arm. Okay.
So 3 damage.
Second left arm. That's you up to 8 points of damage on your left arm.
Okay, initiative.
Initiative. I have
10.
7.
You
So
first.
I have to go first. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much just like run away.
Yep. Yep.
Bailing. Time to bail on that one.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry. It was like that, wasn't it?
No, you were
it was
facing
like
that way. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
There's definitely a piece of woods in the line of sight.
I would go the heavy is definitely in the
Definitely.
It's just a heavy. No, it is. It's just a heavy.
Yeah.
Because we are literally on that. We're in that lovely moment where it's a case of it's a straight line.
Yeah.
It's just the heavy blocks it, so we can still engage each
Yeah.
other.
Okay.
So I shoot first. So I have a base of 4. I jumped, so that gives me 3.
Yep. I moved 5, which gives you 2.
And there's heavy woods, which is another.
Another 2.
Which is another 2. Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay.
Yep.
So this is the PPC. Nope. My LRM rack. No. Not when I've got a 3.
I moved, base of 4. I walked, which is 1. You jumped,
Which is 3 because it's
3.
1 jump and a cumulative of.
You're in light cover.
I'm in light cover, yes.
Yep, light cover,
And you've got the heavy cover as well.
and the heavy cover is in the way, so it's another +3,
Any goes on?
which gives me 9s. 4 base.
Yeah.
I walked.
Yeah.
You jumped.
Yeah.
Line of sight
So it's 2 for the.
and short range. No, sorry, medium range. I need to
Depending on the
remember
weapon.
this. Medium. My laser and SRM are on medium range, and my AC's on short range. So for the ACs, I'm on. For the AC, I'm on 9s,
9s.
and for the others, I'm on
Gonna be
11s.
11s. Okay.
So I'll do the SRM and medium laser first.
Because you need 11s for those.
11s, medium laser.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
Okay.
5 damage on your
8.
8.
Which is my left torso.
torso.
1 second. Ooh, that's new damage. Left torso for 8.
And my SRMs. Nope.
Miss.
And
rack
the
those
AC was on 9s.
Because it's a longer range weapon.
Longer range weapon, yeah. Nope.
Nope.
I'm running out of AC ammo. And
You are.
I should be out.
5, 6, 7, 8 rounds so far.
So I've only got 7 rounds left.
How many rounds?
15.
15.
Your
How many SRM rounds have you got?
20. No, sorry, 15 SRMs. So I'm on 7 rounds of SRMs left, and I'm down to 12 rounds of AC5s.
Yeah. So it was
So 20 AC5
20
rounds.
AC5 rounds. Yeah, I was right then because I was just looking at it, just
Yeah.
like there. Yeah, because I'm one ammo expenditure behind you on the LRMs. Cool. Initiative. How long do you want to keep going for? Because we are now at 1 and
Well, it depends.
2 hours.
Depends how long you've got. From here, I'm driving to my missus. So I told her somewhere between 16 and 1700 I'll be on my way to your place. It all depends up to you. I mean, we've gotten the basics. We know how it
Yeah.
works.
Because it's now 3:30.
Yeah.
Has anyone died yet?
No.
This is melting
This is
armour.
Battletech.
We're just melting armour. No, as I said,
That's what I like about Battletech. You have models that it's like Inquisitor used to be, or Battlefield Gothic. Like you have a model which actually stays on the field and it gets worse and worse wear. I mean, we're still not at the point where we're losing weapons, right? And all that kind of stuff. Thanks, cheers. I'm good. So we're still not at the point of losing weapons or anything like that. So all depends. If you wanna call it quits.
Because I was going to say, because
You
3:30,
lose.
we've been playing for we have been playing for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm happy enough to sort of say if you want to call it a win for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
like
what they
that.
said on the internet with the starter box, right? Playing only with these rules and then taking multiple mechs because it has the rules in here for playing with multiple mechs with the saddles.
Yeah.
You'll have a nice game between 2 to 3 hours, and if you play the beginner box, the big one, you will have a full evening up to
Like
6 hours,
of just
for one
punching
game,
each other.
punching each other and having everything there. Because I've read articles on the internet where people that used to play Games Workshop games or other tabletop games like Flames of War, which
More
are not more simple, but you're not rolling so much.
Yeah.
And in Battletech with the advanced rules, you're rolling so much, but it's not aggravating rolling much.
Yeah. It's not like I roll 12 dice and then I roll over 2
it makes
dice, 6
sense
dice.
why you're rolling for it.
And I must be honest, even with this, it's a case
they're
of
like, how do I allocate damage? What's this all about? Damage? Why have I got? Why am I having to hit his arm? I'm hitting the model. The model should be dead.
no,
Right.
it's a big battle robot. Wait until you start bringing tanks and stuff into it, because those things will eat stuff.
And that's the tanks. It's called. Is it called Rapid Fire? It's the third expansion. You've got this. You've got the base game. Then you have the Succession Wars box set, which is no models. It's just books and data sheets. You get data sheets for about 200 mechs, like these things, about 200 mechs with different variants. All the basic basic rules for all the mech variants that were used in the Succession Wars. And then some scenarios, and then you have I think it's called Rapid Strike or Assault Strike or something, which brings in the terrain modifiers and brings in the battle tanks and infantry companies, which you can have, right? Because you do have infantry and tanks in this game. And they also
elementals.
Not only the elementals were actually top.
But you get your infantry
combat units.
No, because I've seen the Catalyst Games elemental sets, and I've seen their tank and infantry sets, and they are quite nice.
Yeah.
And I know again it's something from Royal Path that they do infantry stands and stuff like that. And they do all the APCs and the armor and the tanks. So you can get on them, and they all fit together. And the thing I like about this is if we were to dig out of that box with the mechs, the old mechs, they're equivalent size. I think the old ones are slightly taller.
Yeah,
but that
doesn't matter.
But no, they fit. Yeah. They're good. Like I said, I could go to Royal Path and buy my clan stuff, and I'd be happy. And to be honest, you can get your bits and bobs, and it works.
You forgot your tea.
Oh, crap! Give it here.
Drink your tea, sir. The only reason I'm sort of saying it because I think we've done, I'd say a good 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 turns.
Yeah,
we're whittling each other away. Granted,
we've done a lot more.
Probably almost 15 turns.
I reckon it's a lot more.
Probably 15. I think it's just. I think because I like this because you're not having to worry too much about the intensity. So this is the thing that I'd sort of say it's like the gateway drug. It's enough to get you.
Yeah, it's like you said. At
nice, simple. Get you enough.
At convention, you sit down with this, and you'll get the guy into the game.
Yeah,
right.
You'll get because you'll have them look and go, well, what about this? What about that? Well, that's the thing. If you buy an expansion set, you can do all that, and you can layer it as you can always layer it because you could just go purely.
Cheers. This is simple to play as well, because it's good to play. Right, I'm quite enjoying just sitting here and going, oh yeah, I understand that.
Just don't cut too close to the card.
No. All I'm doing is to make it fit the box.
Yeah.
So I must be honest, I am quite enjoying it. I like it because again, I've got X-wing and stuff like. And I suppose the advantage I would say is we've played naval stuff where you've got to allocate out your hits, and it's like tick, 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 damage is being done, guns are going out. Yeah. That's the thing. If you're someone who would say who plays naval or has played, I almost want to say you were around for the 70s and 80s, you'll look at this and go, how are you millennials finding this hard?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. How
are people finding this
when I read this article about this guy who'd been playing Games Workshop for a massive amount of 2 years, right? And
fucking noob.
And he turned around and says, like, Battletech isn't his game because it's too difficult. And like, why? Well, I mean, 6th edition 40k would be too difficult then for you, right? That's what I'm talking about because.
I remember you were saying that because what was it you were saying is that 40% of Games Workshop's
long-standing clientele, is it, have gone to BattleTech, or
Yeah.
or let's say they've necessarily dropped 40k, but they're very much, they've sort of gone, yeah, BattleTech is my other
BattleTech is
my
Grimdark,
heroin
is
my
also-
heroin to my cocaine.
Yeah, BattleTech is grimdark as well, so I'm playing BattleTech. That's what they're saying. Because
Yeah.
It is, you know,
It is a grim dark, but it's not.
it's not chaosy,
Yeah.
right? And some of the guys, they're like, "Oh, I'd love to see aliens in this franchise and all that." And
Stay away.
the hard, die-hard
Non-human.
BattleTech players, they're like saying, "No, it's
Wait,
not
stop.
the point."
When
of
did you stop
BattleTech."
playing Games Workshop?
9 years old. I was 9 years old.
Which years? What year?
That was like 91. No, sorry, 94. 94. Second edition. Second
Remember-
edition 40k.
Remembering that I have a
Not that white dwarf, but I do have.
Yeah.
I do still
One second,
possess
pass me
my
that.
very old white dwarfs.
That's number 68.
1 second, just
That's when it was roleplay.
yeah, it was. That's the thing.
The
Because
same as this. This used to be a role playing game.
well, that's the thing, because you've got because that was the thing. Because if I remember rightly, BattleTech was role playing to a point. Then you had the miniatures to allow you to basically have your combat group, and you then had people who just did. I want to say they just did the role play side. You then had those who wargamed it, and then you had everybody in the middle.
Yeah. And the thing is,
Can you remember them games?
Yeah, yeah. they are complex
there's
stuff.
a
Look at the year.
I think I was to say.
Yeah.
I think we shall. I think we shall call it quits, because I definitely say it's enjoyable. I think it's just going to be. We're going to be here for.
It's
we're
a
going to be here for
slugfest.
another couple of
like
hours.
I said before, I reckon that if we'd have 2 or 3 more mechs on Battlefield, it's
You start concentrating
because,
fire, mechs will
because
start
at some
vanishing.
point it's like if one of the mechs goes down or gets damaged and there's the medium lasers missing, you can slightly
Start
take advantage
yeah.
of it. These are 2 55-ton mechs that are basically
The mediums. The mediums. They're relatively similar.
to each other, right? And it's a slugfest.
Yeah.
It's basically all it is now is
Guys, who
RNG.
gets the best
Who
dice rolls?
gets the best dice roll? So
That
Because it's not faster anymore, is it? To do it. Because
no,
they're the originals.
no. It's Catalyst Games.
Catalyst now.
Catalyst Games with Micropros, which used to be Farsa. They're doing it.